morning. Welcome back, everybody. If I could have your attention before we get started. Thank you all for coming today. It's a delight to see all of you. I know that you think this is a graduation party, but there are a lot of other things we're celebrating here today. The one that's perhaps most significant to me is I'm retiring today as the principal of the Kirby Home School of Personal Excellence. You might not know this about me, but I am principal. Now, what you might not also know is that I come from a long line of principals. So we have two other principals in this building who are also named Kirby. One right there and one right there. So it runs in the family. Now, they probably did a much better job than I did because they had a much more challenging
You had a better budget.
I had a better budget. I had more support from my staff. I'm almost certain of that. So anyway, this is a really special day, and I want to thank everybody for coming and taking time out of their Sunday afternoon to be a part of this special event. This is a special day for our whole family. This is a special place, too, and it's filled with special people. So if you didn't know this or not, when we moved here, this building used to be a Kmart. And when Lynn and I first moved here, this was the garden center, and so this is where we bought mulch. So you're a whole lot better than mulch. Special people. As I look around the room, there are a lot of really special people in this room. And as you're going to hear from some of the comments that come later, you have made an incredibly significant impact on our entire family's lives, but especially today we'll talk about that impact on Savannah. So in this room we have grandparents, we have aunts and uncles, we have cousins, we have extended family in both directions. We have all kinds of friends from various settings. We have mentors, people who have been part of her life in very significant and meaningful experiences. We have teachers, and we have what perhaps is, for me, been one of the most significant groups, a group of young men that gathered at our house about once a month. And especially in Savannah's case, I can't tell you how significant the impact that you made in her life was. The opportunity to sit around a dining room table once a month and allow you to pour into her with the honest, transparent, candid view of what it looked like to be young men, I think is one of the greatest gifts that she's received through her high school curriculum. So I want to say a special thank you there. It's been 4 years since we gathered for Savannah's blessing ceremony, and many of you were here that day. Actually, we weren't here, we were at Pleasant Valley Golf Course, but it looked and felt a lot like this. And we gathered that day. Alex was there. Hazzy, I don't think was. We gathered around her that day to affirm her and to encourage her, to honor and celebrate the young woman that God was building her up to be, and to acknowledge that she was no longer a child in the body of Christ. She was a young woman, and we were going to collectively support her. And we prayed blessings over her that day, and it's really exciting to see that just a little over 4 years later, as we gather here today, how much she's grown, but so much has changed in all of your lives as well. And it's been a really wonderful experience to see the prayers that we asked of God that day to be manifested in so many wonderful and beautiful ways. God has been good to us, and I know that He's been good to you as well. I pray that this is true. Before I pray for our food, I just want to take one more opportunity to do a couple of very simple things. The first is to affirm Savannah publicly. Her mother has a wonderful program scheduled, and this is really her event, and I want to allow her the opportunity to have all of the thunder in her court. But I would be remiss in not at least looking at you and telling you that I love you, and I'm proud of you. You are an amazing young woman, and it has been my absolute delight to be your earthly father. You've been an incredible. But more than that, I want to thank my wife. As I jokingly said before, she is the entirety of the staff, and my role as principal is entirely ceremonial. This is probably the most significant amount of time I've spent talking in the context of their home education the entire time, with perhaps the exception of Mason's graduation as well. But I want to make sure that I make it clear how much I admire and appreciate and respect the contributions that you've made to our children's lives. Without your tireless and dedicated commitment to them, none of this would be possible. And neither of our children, especially Savannah, would be nearly the amazing young people that they are today if it weren't for you and the commitment that you made, the tireless dedication and often thankless jobs that you do. You were the difference. Yeah, I met you before you know I'm a crier. Don't judge me, I don't care anyway. So today we celebrate Savannah's milestone accomplishment, but while you're here today, would you please help me in honoring my very special wife, the love of my life, the most appreciated faculty member of the homeschool Personal Excellence, and the person I'm excited to spend the rest of my life with, Lynn Kirby. One more caveat. If you were at Mason's graduation, this was the point in the ceremony where I presented her with what I like to refer to as a ridiculously oversized Miss America pageant flower arrangement. And so we did that this time. So my wife, because she's very practical, as we were preparing for this week, she turned to Savannah and I said, "You're not going to get me 2 flower bouquets again, are you?" I said, "Well, I guess I'm not. But please accept this virtual bouquet." Come stand with me too while we pray.
Yeah. What kind of show is it?
Praise the Lord, I love you. So we're going to eat in just a minute. Before we do, if you would bow your heads and pray with me, I'd like to revisit the prayers that we offered that afternoon for Savannah just 4 years ago, and I'd like to pray them not just over Savannah today, but over all of you as well. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for your great goodness and your amazing love. We thank you for your Son, the Lord Jesus Christ, who you sent to reconcile us to yourself. We thank you for the gift of his life and his death and his resurrection and the blood that was so freely shed to wipe away all our sins and make us as white as snow. We pray that this truth would change everything about us, and as we leave here today, we would be different people, we would be reminded of who we are because of what you have done and what you have called us. You have called us your children. You have called us your friends. Lord Jesus, we pray that you would be over all of us, that we would submit to your lordship. We pray that you would be under us as the foundation to our feet. We pray that you would walk in front of us and you would light the path before us as we take each step, trusting in your guidance. We pray that you would be behind us, pushing us forward outside of our comfort zones to join you on the rough sea. We pray that you would fill us with the power of your Holy Spirit, that we would see ourselves and those around us through heaven's eyes, and that we would offer the grace and mercy that you have given us to each person we meet. We pray that we would live as lights of your love in the lives of all those around us, and that through our lives you would be honored and glorified. We pray a special blessing on Savannah today as she finishes this milestone accomplishment in her life, that you would go with her, and that you would surround her with people who love her, affirm her, encourage her, and who represent you in their lives. We pray for our time together today, that our conversation would be honoring and glorifying to you, and then through all these things you will be magnified. We pray all these things in the powerful name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and all God's people join with me in saying, Amen. All right, your turn to food.
Okay, so give me just 30 seconds to unwrap the food and everything like that. We were going to have the kids go first because that would probably be the easiest. So any of you with the young ones. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming today. It means so much that you guys are all here. And I will do my absolute best to not cry, but there are no guarantees. So today we are here to celebrate the academic career and the high school graduation of Savannah Kirby. As we promised with Mason's graduation, this will probably be the shortest graduation ceremony you have recently attended, especially for you guys. Savannah has always been a high achiever and a go-getter. Her academic career and homeschooling experience are no different. Homeschooling her was easy. She was always motivated, always willing to try new things and think outside the box. The hardest part was keeping up with her as she raced to her next challenge. One of our biggest challenges was that she had frequently had to be reminded that there are in fact only 24 hours in a day in which she can fill. She loves people and she thrives around them. She is graduating high school with 47 college credits from Harrisburg Area Community College and Lancaster Bible College. She will be attending Liberty University in the fall and will be majoring in business with a concentration in project management. The program she picked will allow her to get a bachelor's and master's degree in 4 years. While at Liberty, she has been accepted to their leadership training program called the Eagle Scholar, which provides high-achieving students training to become leaders throughout college and beyond. For some reason, God has always provided opportunities for leadership training for her in high school and now college. So we're excited to see how God uses it all in your future. Some highlights of her high school experience include being a part of an online homeschool academy in her freshman and sophomore years, which led to experiences being part of a student council, a servant leadership camp in Tennessee, and a leadership mission trip to the Bahamas. She participated and eventually was selected to be a staff member for Team Pack Leadership Schools, also leading to another independent trip to Texas and leading other teams for a week in the state capital in Harrisburg. She has participated in a community choir, several seasons of recreational soccer, summer community theater, 4 years of tap dancing, and a variety of courses in person, online, through co-op, tutoring, or dual enrollment. She has volunteered in numerous capacities right here at church and at our local nursing home. She is part of the Homeschool National Honor Society and was recently inducted to Phi Theta Kappa, the National Community College Honor Society, and she has been a member of Mensa since she was in 2nd grade. She has successfully started, grown, and run her own dog poop scooping business for 5 seasons in Savannah scooping. It was a tough job, especially since we have no dog, nor have we ever had a dog. It was messy, it was cold, wet, hot, windy, you name it, depending upon the season. Her work ethic is amazing. Her dedication to a messy job is inspiring. We can all learn something from watching her. Savannah has influenced and been influenced by so many. And while her dad and I would love to take credit for all of her successes, we can't. She is surrounded by so many people who have loved and influenced her. Many of you are here today. So we say thank you. We say thank you to her extended family and friends who have loved and supported her. We say thank you to some specific people. We say thank you to Terry and Lynn Kirby and Jack and Wanda Worrell for always loving her, providing countless influences to help her become the best version of herself, and pouring yourselves into her. She has been surrounded by female mentors in Shannon Gilbert, Tara Farmer, Rachel Lawrence, and a wonderful woman from Chicago named Leslie Dernsberger. She had a wonderful Spanish tutor, Tracy Knoll, that was willing to try her skills with a young Savannah at age 2. She has had several big brothers that have included her in tough conversations and expanded her thinking and helped her see what a godly young man looks like for her own future. So thank you, Tyler, Jake, where did Jake go? Alex, Zach, Justin, Connor, John. She has adopted a 3rd set of grandparents in Reed and Fred Schuley, who love her as well. Lastly, we cannot forget to thank her big brother, Mason, for letting her step on his toes, push him when he was in her way, which was often, generally keep him moving, whether he wanted to or not, and sacrificing time with mom, because Savannah had somewhere else to go and be. Savannah has always had a joyful spirit about her that is reflected in her eyes, her mannerisms, and how she interacts with people. She is forever an optimist and diplomat. It has been wonderful to see how she brings those joyful characteristics to interactions with so many. She has the ability to see the best in people and love them for that. She draws out their best, and I think by being around her, they want to be their best. I know she did that for me. It is one of her greatest strengths. Also, Savannah is decisive and a planner. She picked out Liberty University when she was 9 years old and completed the written application, and we still have it. She developed a friendship and ultimately decided to room with a young woman from Arkansas in October of 2018, almost a full year before school even starts. She registered for her dorm room the very first day that she could. Unlike Mason, who didn't care at all for dorm decor or roommates up until the moment he left for school, she's already purchased a dorm bedding, decor, has a roommate, and a growing network of friends. She races to conquer the next stage and always has. One of my biggest challenges as a mom and as a homeschooling mom has been to let her go. and let her use all the amazing talents and resources that God has given her and just sit back and watch. She has tackled every stage of growth, development, and education with a limitless energy. She essentially came out of the womb talking and 2 years old and never has taken a breath to look back. Throughout the years, Savannah has often been told no, but not by us. As her parents, we helped her navigate around those people that put roadblocks in her path strictly due to age. In our country, the bar is set very low for our young people, especially for our teens. She often has been put into a box that she has repeatedly had to break, whether it be heatedly discussing with a bank manager why her credit card is limited for her own money that she earned in her own business, to enduring a special interview at Liberty to register for housing due to her age. Over the years, she has traveled by herself to Texas at 15. Her and Mason traveled to the Bahamas alone at 14. She started 2 colleges at 15. She opened a checking account at 13 and started her business at 13. A box cannot hold her. So thank you, PA Cyber, for giving her an unblocked Pennsylvania Department of Education Fast Pass to pursue her education at whatever lightning speed she wanted. Thank you to her big brothers for forgetting her age and having real and meaningful conversations. Thank you, Tracy, for taking a 2-year-old student, Rachel, for making her the only team member at the Connections table and for seeing so much potential in her, and for Tara for allowing an 8-year-old to join junior leaders. Thank you again to Mason for letting her push him and act more like his twin than the 27-month younger sibling. In traditional Savannah fashion, with a smile and a bit of spunk and sass, Savannah's life verse up to this point has been 1 Timothy 4:12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. One of the things that we can learn from Savannah is that regardless of if you are young or old, age does not define you. Through homeschooling, her relationship with her brother has grown, and it's amazingly strong. They are there for each other, so much so that they're at the same college. Not only that, they picked the same dorm, 1 floor apart, so they could be each other's support net, and strategically, so they could expand their friend groups and study areas. That's the type of bond homeschooling fosters. When Brian and I were dating, we always dreamed of our family. We knew we could raise a manly son who was wonderful, but Brian especially dreamed of raising an empowered, loved, dynamic, and godly young woman. And we did it. So thank you, Brian, for financing, supporting, loving, guiding, and empowering all of us during this journey of homeschooling. You're the best. So, as the Homeschool of Personal Excellence graduates its final student, I will say that homeschooling has been our family's greatest blessing. It has allowed us to foster a lifelong relationship with our kids. It has helped us to really know them and to tailor life to their goals and help them reach their full potential. It has not always been easy, but it has truly been rewarding. Watching Mason and Savannah have the confidence in their decisions to tackle the world is priceless, and I wouldn't trade a minute of it, even the hard ones. God has big plans for Savannah Kirby, and I am thankful that I got a front row seat through the whole adventure. Remember her name, because I have no doubt you will be hearing more about what she has done on her adventure in life. Savannah Kirby, my shopping, soda drinking, friends watching, word affirming, adventure planning daughter, student, and friend. It is a great honor for me to present you with your high school diploma for a job well done. Go and be amazing. I love you.
I just want to say thank you all so much for being here. I look out and I see all of my favorite people in one room. The people that have always loved, supported, and encouraged me. I have a vastly different relationship with every single one of you, but in some way, you all have made an impact on my life. A lot of you have watched me grow up, and without you all, I would not be standing before you today, graduating high school. So thank you. I especially want to thank my parents. Without them, I would not be here today either. They have continuously supported and encouraged me to pursue my dreams, and they have taught me so much about myself and what I'm capable of. And I am eternally grateful for that. Thank you both for first taking me to Liberty when I was 9 years old and always encouraging me in my dreams. Your consistency and stability in my life has changed me for the best. You both have intentionally exposed me to new places and big ideas, and I'm so ready to take on this new phase of life. Even though he's not here, I also want to thank my brother Mason. He was the best classmate, and he always challenged me and made me want to do better than him. Even though he's busy with school and could not be here today, I am so thankful for the best classmate in my life. And not only my classmate, he's also my best friend. I especially want to thank my mom. Mom, you have been with me every step of the way and believed in me since the beginning. You always went out of your way to make me the best version of myself. Thank you for all you've done, whether it was looking for new and challenging homeschool curriculum, or helping me to create and run a thriving dog poop scooping business, or giving me the opportunity to take college classes. Your sacrifices and willing attitudes have made all the difference in my life. These are for you. I love you. My dad said he told me he couldn't get a bouquet, but I didn't listen. So normally, since I'm the valedictorian of my graduating class of 1, normally the valedictorian gives a speech to motivate and inspire the rest of the graduating class. But since I'm both the valedictorian and entire graduating class, I will give that speech to you instead. So as my mom said, my life verse has always been 1 Timothy 4:12, which talks about not letting anyone look down on you because of your age. And I just want to encourage each of you that regardless of your age, whether older or younger, don't let anyone confine you to what you can and can't do. You are capable of many things, and they are not dependent on your age. You all have encouraged me to pursue my dreams and passions ever since I was little, regardless of how old I was. So let me encourage you to pursue whatever dreams and passions you have, regardless of your age as well. So thank you all for being a part of my journey. Let the next adventure begin.